Hello, hello. Welcome to Unboxing Alyss, the YouTube channel with a purple fox that unboxes things. I'm Alistair Frost, and it's hot once again. I believe the feels like temperature is like 97 degrees outside. It is incredibly hot. It's ridiculous. It is obviously not that hot in my house, but I'm still. I need to fix my not humidifier. Oh my god, what is it called? My what do you call it? Temperature thingy, temperature gauge. So it's still kind of hot in my house, so we're going to go ahead and just, it's going to be like the summer of poodling at this point. Sorry about that. And I'm also sorry about, I guess, going back to Fursona Pins, because I specifically said in the last video I wasn't going to be doing that. But one, Fursona Pins stuff is easy to find, and my stuff that is still all over the place. I'm still unpacking. I forgot to fix this. So there's that, but also I really want to get the D&D themed Fursona Pins done this year, which I'll need like 3 months to do that. So, 4 per month, and that equals 12. I also want them spaced out, and I think Fursona Pins should have been done in June. I just kind of scrambled it, wasn't thinking about it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now, and then the last one will probably be in October. So let's get into, I think, May and June of 2023. I don't know which is which. So hopefully you can see the things. I don't know what that is. That's May, right? Yeah, okay. I did have to look it up ahead of time. One in particular, I had no clue what it was. And even now, I have no clue what it is. So I'm kind of guessing what class it is. The other one, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But we have one outside of the bundle. That's interesting. Oh, okay. It's a fox with a ribbon. It says Fursona Pins Monthly Club, which I still technically am a member of. I think I'm doing the $1 right now. I decided to cut back on Fursona Pins this year. I think I mentioned that before. Absolutely nothing they or Sai did. It's not, if I didn't like them, I wouldn't back them at all on Patreon. I just wanted to cut back in terms of like money for that. I don't even know what the theme is for this year. But for all the years I have backed, I guess I technically still count as a backer on Patreon. I have a 4-year, I think, anniversary. So I've backed them at that point for about 4 years. So yeah, here is a very yellow fox that says Fursona Pins 4th year anniversary, and that's really, really cool. I think this might have, I think it was like expected in an earlier shipment and something happened, but it doesn't even matter. This is literally like 2 years later, so no one cares. Okay, that was a special pin, but these are the rest I should be getting. Oops. And a couple stickers. Oops. Oh my god. Also, if you see a bit of, I don't know, I think it's this paw, I'm not sure. I think the backing is starting to come off on my paws, and I think there's somewhere else, it might be on my face somewhere. That, unfortunately, cannot be fixed without taking the paw apart and adding new fur. And if I do that, the fur may not match. It probably won't, because dye lots are different. Even if I bought the exact same fur that Blue Wolf did from the exact same company, dye lots do get, they are different. So you can have a slightly different color, like white or blue or whatever you buy. So we're just going to have to deal with that. I might try and sew it later on. I didn't notice until I got on, started this video. But I might try and sew it together so you can't see it, but I can't add fur. So yeah, in case you see that, that's what it is. Okay, now let me use the powers of Thor to open this. Oh wow, those are in tight. Come on. Why are you in those so tight? Okay. No. This might be June. No, this is May. Okay, whatever. So these might be backwards, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I still have I have the right months, so it doesn't really matter. Put that over there. I can't see because I screwed up too much. There we go. Okay. So I think these were supposed to be paladins, but that might be June. We are going to start with May, which is definitely druids. I recognize that. My main character in our main campaign on Thursday nights is a druid. She was the first D&D character I ever made. Her name is Naya. I might stick her somewhere up here, like her ref sheet, or one of my favorite pieces of her. Oh, that sounds gross. No, not that. A favorite art piece I have of her that was made by Awesome Fox, and it was also a Pride piece. So I might put both of those up here just so you know who I'm talking about. But she is very much a druid. She is actually a Circle of the Moon druid, which is more a combat druid, so you get to transform into cooler animals. That's what a druid does. They can wild shape into beasts. And if you are a Circle of the Moon druid, you can wild shape into cooler beasts, so you'll last a lot longer in combat. Though I don't play her properly, and I do more spells, honestly. I like chuck spells at things. And then when my health gets low, that's when I wild shape into something. Because when you wild shape into a creature, you take on that creature's health bar. So you essentially get 2 health bars as a druid. It's really cool. Unless you wild shape into like a rat, which has 3 health. And then, no, that doesn't help you at all. That's good for espionage, unless you get caught. Long story. Moving on. This first druid, I think it's a fox. And I really I like the look of these. I had to look them up ahead of time just so I could remember, or it could remind me which class I'm looking at. I did like the druid pins quite a bit, and just a lot of natural colors with this fox. And that kind of makes sense with druids. They tend to they're big on like nature and things like that. Kind of like similar to the rangers, sort of. So here is I think a fox. And I believe this is like one of the exclusives, so you'll see possibly a duplicate of it, or the other one, which is not a fox, it's something else. We have, what the heck I think it's aardvark, maybe? I think it's an aardvark. I don't see that animal very often. But we have possibly an aardvark. Maybe with a bow and arrow, no, or stick. It's an aardvark carrying a bow stick. That's all I got. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the colors. A lot of like browns and greens, which that's natural colors, but just not this particular shades of those 2 colors I just mentioned. Here's what I think is an aardvark druid. It is still cute. It is. I like aardvarks, so I do not see them like at all in the fandom. So I mean, if you're looking for a Fursona, think about an aardvark. Let's see. Okay, this is the other exclusive. I think it's a yin with locks, which makes me happy because I have locks in real life. But yeah, this is a yin, very determined yin looking druid carrying a staff with 2 like, I don't know, calabashes or something. Think like Rafiki, basically from The Lion King, in terms of like the staff, not the character. Because Rafiki is oh shoot. I forgot what kind of monkey he is, but this is a yin, so not even remotely close to the same mammal. But I do like this a lot. Can't really tell what the colors are. More dark natural colors. I think I like the darker colors more than like the lighter natural. But this is our yin druid, one of them, baby. So the third exclusive will be either the fox or the yin. And we'll just have to see when we get there. All right. Okay. And next. No. It's upside down. No, this is some kind of like deer or antelope. Let's see. It looks like they're doing some kind of magic, which is really cool. I don't think they're carrying a staff. They just have like magic hands. There's actually a pin of the character Octavia on Shark Robot from Hell of a Boss from like the latest episode, and the pin has like her glowing hands. So it's kind of like that for like Octavia. So this is not a burb. This is an antelope deer. I do like that because again, druids do magic. They are magic users. So wild shape is a form of magic as well, but they can also just cast spells. Oh my god, there we go. And that's a sticker I just destroyed, so there's that. Let's see. Okay, we have a giraffe. These are all like Africanish creatures, which is interesting. But yeah, the giraffe also has an afro, which I also like because before my hair had locks, I had an afro. Well, I technically could still have, well, no, my hair's lost, but like if I decided to take my locks down, which I never will ever because they are considered permanent to me, my hair would afro it up, basically. That's the hair type I have. But this is a giraffe with an afro holding a couple baby birds, like a couple birds. And I think that's about, yeah, just there's kneeling and kind of communing with nature, like two baby birds. I guess I don't know if they're babies or not, but they're birds. I really, really like that. I don't see many giraffes either. Got two more. We have a rabbit, actually, surprising. We just get like a slew of like animals from like the continent of Africa, and then we have a rabbit. So there's a rabbit holding a staff. Staff looks like it's on fire. So more magic. And that's kind of it for the rabbit. Wait a minute. Oh, this rabbit might be a tar? Yeah, this might be a tar rabbit. Like a rabbit with four legs. So think of a standard centaur, only the top half is a rabbit instead of a human. So I think that's what we're looking at. I could be wrong, but yeah, there's that. I'm hearing this boinging noise and I don't know where it's coming from. Like every time I move. I don't know. Anyway, there it goes again. Is it my... I don't know. I give up. Anyway. Finally. Oh yeah. So here is the variant. It is going to be the yin. And it's just different colors. I actually like these yin colors too. So, yin druid. And then for our stickers that I cannot find, we have one of the fox. Grab. Let's see if I can hold this properly. There we go. One of the fox. And one, I'm assuming, of the yin. Yes. So not the variant, but the basic game. So those are great. That is it for May and the Druid pack. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I certainly did. I really liked pretty much all of those. And now we're going to go, that is empty, to June. Okay. So this one should be, I believe, Paladins. If I'm wrong, feel free to yell at me, but I tried looking them up on Patreon. And Sai just doesn't really label like the monthlies anymore. So I think there's an announcement of the theme at the beginning of the year, but like month to month, they don't really say what that is for the month. So I think they did with 2024's, and I'm hoping I'm accurate with that, because it was a lot of like cottage core, kid core, things with core in the name. I don't know any of that crap. So hopefully I can find what that is on the Patreon when we get there, because I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar with D&D, but even then, some of these, what do you call it? Some of these classes can look very similar. I think I mentioned that with the cleric last time. Okay. Come on. There we go. It's stuck. Let go. All right. Where'd you go? Go that way. All right. That goes in the back. So I'm pretty sure these are paladins. I think. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I got this wrong. These are fighters. Paladins, I think, will be in like July or August. So my bad. I believe these are fighters. I'm not entirely sure, but they are creatures holding like weapons and shields and things. That tends to be what fighters do. I used to confuse it with monks. Monks generally either don't use weapons or they use very light ones. They tend to use ki. Monks will be July or August, but I believe these are fighters. That's just what I kind of decided to go with, because I don't think anything else really fits as well. But we have, I think this is the exclusive. I'm not sure, but it's a reptile looking like they're ready to do battle. We have a reptile fighter, some kind of like lizard. I do like it. And after, oops, I got two. After the reptile, oh, we got a horse. This is a tar, for sure. I do remember seeing this one. So it is a horse centaur with the top half, instead of, once again, being human, it is a horse. It's dressed basically like a knight. Kind of think Middle Ages, like the jousting knights. That's what you're looking at, except it's all horse instead of horse and human. So there is horse centaur fighter. I used to confuse fighters and barbarians, but we already went through barbarians and they had more of a wild look to them. These are going to be a bit more polished, like in terms of their armor and their weapons and things like that. Let's see. I believe this is one of the exclusives. It is I think an alligator with a sword and shield. The shield looks like it's going to eat me. Like it has teeth and everything. They could be holding a mimic for all I know. Here is the alligator fighter, or one of them, because we'll find more. I think all the exclusives were some kind of alligator like this, so they may be different. What do you call it? Like a different pose or something, but I think they're all going to look similar to that guy or that lady. Oops. Yeah, here's another variant. So we've got definitely some kind of alligator with a spikier looking weapon and a shield that does not look like it wants to eat me. So there's that. There you can see that. Oh, there's one I'm missing right here. Hair. We have a feline, a big cat of some kind, holding two swords, and just, I don't know, looking very playful and adventurous and jaunty. So I do like this one. There's your feline fighter. I kind of wish there was more variety in the exclusives. Those are the stickers that I almost threw away. So we've got another kind of reptile holding, what is that? I think some kind of hammer. So yeah, I do like this one a lot too. I just like the coloration and the look of the reptile. I'm pretty sure that's some kind of reptile. But if it's not, yell at me in the comments. That's what for. And finally, we've got, okay, here is our exclusive. Well, one of them. This is the one with the teeth. So it's got the teeth shield. It's just sorry, like a brownish alligator this time. And after that, we've got our stickers. So we've got brown alligator. Hopefully you can see that. So now we've got a claw in the way. I can't really do much about. And, oh crap. We have the green alligator with a really scary, like, club thingy and the shield. And that's it. So we've done, was that Manju? Yes. We have our druids and our fighters. When it comes to some of my favorites, I think overall I just love the druid pack. I really do like the exclusives in that, both the fox and the yin. I think I really like the giraffe as well, in part because of her hair. She has my hair, as does the yin, who has the locks. But it was overall a really, really good month. The fighters, I'm not as crazy about, especially the exclusives. I do like the feline with both swords, wherever that is in here. Between the exclusive, I think they're like the one with the spiky weapon and the more regular shield. So I think we got two of those. So I think I'm liking that better than the other one, but yeah, I think that's it. I like the guy with the club too. So that reptile with the club. All right. So I am tired. I am hungry. The place I want to eat at doesn't open till 4, and I think it's like 3 now. So I'm going to try and get this edited and uploaded in the meantime. But let's wrap this up because it is actually really hot in this room, even though the air is most certainly on. I know I turned it back on from our podcast recording yesterday. All right, you guys know the drill. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. The other half of July, of course, will be Fursona Pins again. We will cover July and August, and I believe those are Monk and possibly Paladin. I can't remember, but I think that's what you can look forward to. Also, I haven't advertised for this at all, and I hate myself. So some friends of mine and I have started a podcast, a My Little Pony podcast. It's called Everypony Should Pony Pony. You can find it on Spotify as well as Apple Music, Apple Podcast, Apple something. I don't know. I don't have an Apple device, so I don't know. But on there, we just kind of rewatch, review, and just talk about our favorite aspects of the show. I mean, if you are a huge My Little Pony fan, definitely check us out. If you are curious about the show, I would watch it first before you listen to us, but you don't have to. You can still listen to us. And if you are at work and you have nothing else to do and you need something to listen to, please check us out. But I'll go ahead and link that in the description. I don't know why I haven't been doing that up until now. I have posted that link on my Blue Sky and my Instagram, as well as my Facebook. My Facebook is private. So I've advertised there, just not on this YouTube channel for some reason. So granted, I haven't like done anything in 2 months, so there's that too. But yeah, look forward to the other half of July. I'm going to get out of these clothes because I also wore, not this shirt, but I wore these pants to Orange Theory, so it's just a sweaty mess. I want to shower and wash those locks of mine. So until then, goodbye.